Hey there, fellow cultists. This is DM Nell, and I'm back with another episode of Shadow Talk. And today, I thought I would take a little tour around the new Shadow the Demon Lord Compendia core for Foundry VTT. Now, I haven't talked about Foundry in a while. Had some issues with Foundry for a bit there due to the version updates and the Foundry module hadn't been updated, and it was just messing with my stuff. So I did my last campaign actually in Roll 20, not because of all the stuff going on in Foundry, but mostly because of my player having issues with Foundry. It turns out it wasn't the player's fault. It was actually the way I had built my stuff in Foundry that was causing the problems. But that's another story. But at any rate, since then we have had this Shadow of the Demon Lord Compendia core for Foundry VTT produced. Now, this is not an official Schwab Entertainment compendium. It's being produced by Ferrer. But you know, it's still a compendium. So it is the whole purpose of a compendium is to make your life easier, and the life of your players easier when utilizing Foundry. So I wanted to just kind of take a look at it. So first of all, in order to purchase the compendium, you can do so through drive-through. I think you have to do so through drive-through RPG. Costs $24.99, and with it you get pretty much the core rulebook and most of the stuff in there. But anyway, you have to purchase it here, and then you have to follow some moderately complicated instructions in order to get it into Foundry. I mean, moderately complicated for me and my age-addled brain. Probably not difficult for the youth of today, but anyway, it took me a minute to figure it out. So just a little bit of warning there, but I did manage to figure it out. So it's not, it's not so difficult that a caveman couldn't eventually do it. Okay, so anyway, that's how you find it. So once you get it into Foundry, then you have access to a lot of stuff here. So anything that says SDLE-1000 is from the compendium that I just showed you from Drive-Thru RPG. So you have in the actors category, and right now I'm looking in the compendium packs in Foundry, and under the actor section, it comes with the character cores, the character's core, and the creature's core. And then under the item section, it comes with ancestry's core, features core, paths core, spells core, talents core, and I believe that's it. So what does that mean? Well, essentially what it means is that everything you need to build a character or to have a creature has been provided in the compendium. So the way you would use this is, as a player, is you would use it to create an actor, which is your character. So let me just pretend that I'm creating a character here. So I click on the create actor, and I'm going to name this dude Primaris. Sounds good. And he's going to be a PC. Your choices are either a creature or a NPC. So we want a PC. And we create a new actor. Okay, so that gives you the character sheet. Now the character sheet is just a blank character sheet. You actually need to put some stuff into this character sheet in order to create a character. So this is where those things in the compendium pack come in handy. So first thing you need to build a character is an ancestry. So we go over here and we look for ancestries and we find ancestries core. You click on that and you have the ancestries from the core rulebook: changeling, clockwork, dwarf, goblin, human, orc. So what do I want to create? I think I want to create an orc. So we just drag and drop the orc from the compendium ancestries core into your character sheet, and that gives you your ancestry. You can see before I had placed this in here, the attributes were all 10. That's just the baseline that they set the character sheet at. But once I drop the orc in here, now it changes the attributes to an orc appropriate attribute. Now, if I wanted to mess with this more, I could easily go into the ancestry here. And let's say I want to utilize a rule where I take a point from a different attribute and add it to another attribute. You can do that once according to the core rules. So in order to do that, I would have to click on ancestry, and it brings you to the attributes page here. And then I want to click it from view to edit. And then I would want to subtract a point from, and I'm going to do it from intellect because I want my orc to be dumb. And I want to add it to strength because I want my orc to be strong. Dumb and strong. That's how I like my orcs. All right, so that is all you need to do there, and then you would just toggle back to view. And you should be set. So we go back here and you can see now I have a strength of 12. But my intellect is down to 8. You can see you already have shadow sight for your ancestry. And I don't think you would get any talents. Nope. All right. So that gives you your ancestry. So if you're starting at 0 level, that's really all you need. You're ready to go. You have your character, and you're ready to rock and roll. However, if you're starting at first level, you need a path. So in order to get your path, you have to go to your path. So we look down here. So we got characters core. These are the pre-generated NPC types that are in the back of the core rulebook after the bestiary. So this is not what we want. This is what you would want as a DM if you want to drop a high cultist or a bandit or a patroller on your party. So the character's core is not what you want. The creature core is not what you want. What you want is the path core. So we come down here to the path core, and we look for the path that we want. So we are going to be first level. So let's go ahead and level us up to first level. And we will need to go to the first level options. So those would include magician, rogue, priest, or warrior. So we want our orc to be a warrior. So we scroll down to the W's and you find your warriors here. So basically this whole path folder has all of the paths. So it has the novice paths, the expert paths, and the master paths from the core rulebook in here, all in one folder. So it doesn't say what's novice, what's expert. You kind of have to know that, which is why it'd be nice to have the core rulebook handy while you're using this, unless you happen to have it memorized, so that you know that the magician, priest, and rogue and warrior are your novice paths. So I happen to have that memorized. So I want the warrior. So I'm going to scroll down the W's and I'm going to grab it here and I'm going to drop it onto my character sheet. Plop. And now I have a first level path. So for my first level path, I have to choose 2 options. So one option for attribute increases. So one option is strength. One option is agility, one option is intellect, and one option is will. So I want to choose strength and agility as my 2 attribute increases for being first level. Automatically get a +5, and you automatically get 1 common martial or wilderness profession, which you have to add manually. So this is not going to add a common martial or wilderness profession because you have to choose it, and so you would have to type it into your character sheet manually over here, and this is where you would do the professions. Excuse me. Didn't mean to cough in your ear. And then you got your 2 talents over here, your catch your breath and your weapon training, which should already be in your character sheet, like so. All right, so this is ready to rock. We chose strength and agility, so this should now be 13, and agility is now 11. Awesome. So that's pretty much it. You just close this, and your character's, you leveled up. You're ready to go. You already have your health increase over here. It's already reflected. The only thing you need to do is add your professions, well, I guess you need to equip. So okay, so equipping your character. All right, so you're going to need some weapons, and you're going to need some basic equipment. So if you're going by the core rulebook, you have to select what lifestyle, or you have to roll to see randomly to see what lifestyle your character has as a starting lifestyle. Now, I don't think that this compendium goes to that level of detail, because I'm not seeing anything over here in the compendium that would suggest that those packages are available. So you'll probably have to use your core rulebook in order to equip your character. So how do you equip your character? Well, you got weapons right here. So you can equip your character based off of the option that you select or the option that you roll when you created your character. But I'm not seeing an equipment list. There's ammunition, but I'm not seeing the equipment list. There's armor, there's ammunition. Armor is actually part of the core module for Foundry. Anything that says Demon Lord, so that would be ammunition, armor, languages, weapons, and weapons for creatures, and then all the stuff down here. That's inherent to the Foundry module. That's not what I just purchased out of DriveThruRPG. The things that say SDLE 1000 are what I purchased out of DriveThruRPG. So it doesn't include, apparently it doesn't include basic equipment, weapons, or anything like that. So the weapons, luckily, are already in the basic module, so you just need to equip your character with the appropriate weapon, and then you have to manually type in any other inventory item that you would want from the core rulebook. So that's unfortunate. I would have liked to have had everything from the core rulebook in the compendium. That would have been nice, but obviously that's not it's not available. At least not yet. Maybe it's going to be an upgrade at some point. I don't know. I have no idea how this is going to work. I'm just happy that there's something that provides basic information to create a character in Foundry. So anyway, you want to pick a weapon. So we want. I think I want my orc to have a battle axe. So we have an axe and we have a battle axe. So I'm just going to drop it in here, and that should fall up under the combat section of the character sheet, and there it is. And I think I want my first level orc to have at least some hard leather armor. So I'm going to plop that over here, and there we go. Under combat we have the hard leather armor, which gives you a bonus to your defense And once you drop it in there, you have to indicate that the armor is worn or it's not worn. So in order to do that, you click on this little shield over here to indicate whether it is equipped or not. Now I think it's already equipped because we have a defense of 13. If I were to unclick it, it should go down to 11. There we go. So clicking it back means that we have our excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat. We have our armor equipped. And the battle axe is also equipped, so we are good to go there. And then I would just need to go in the inventory, manually type in all the other stuff that I would have, equip my my character with, based on the how to create a character from the core rulebook. So it's not a 100% compendium, but it's more than what we had before, which is a step in the right direction. So hopefully there will be further additions to this. Farrer, if you're watching, put out another module with items and, maybe even stuff from the Demon Lord's Companion. That'd be great. But this is a good start. So we have enough here to play a character, and it doesn't take very long at all to create a character. So it's good stuff. Now, of course, you still need a token. It comes with a default token, which is just this hooded token that you see right here. But that doesn't fly with me. I need actual tokens. But you kind of have to bring in your own tokens. This module doesn't bring in tokens. This compendium doesn't bring in tokens. You kind of have to do that yourself. So, and I'm cool with that. I like to find my own and use those, and I got plenty. But at any rate, your character is ready to use. Your character sheet is ready to use. So that's pretty much it. And so that's it for this video. I just really wanted to walk through that. I guess I could use. I could show you how to do. Use the creatures. Okay, so if you wanted, like I said, if you're in an encounter, let's pretend this is an encounter here, and you wanted to throw some bandits out there. Say you just grab some bandits from the compendium, and let's say they're led by a high cultist. This one actually has a token associated with it, a high cultist token. It looks like it's the art from the core rulebook, which is kind of nice. But the rest of these don't have art. So, it's just the standard token from Foundry. But anyway, you just drag them onto your character sheet or onto your background, your map, or your hex map or your grid, and you're ready to go. So that's for NPCs. So let me get rid of those three. And let's say I want instead to use monsters. Okay, so some of these you can see have tokens, some of them don't. And seems like the longer I stay in here, the more pop up. Guess I have to scroll down for them to pop up. Okay. All right, so at any rate, you've got, looks like all the monsters from the core rulebook, which is excellent. That is probably what that and spells is what took me the most time when I was building my own compendium for Shadow of the Demon Lord. Just trying to build all the monsters and trying to build all the spells in there just took forever. So having those in here, definitely well worth the money. All right, so let's say I want to throw some broodlings out there. Now I've got some broodlings, and let's say they're led by a foam war. Why not? All right, so we got a foam war, and I'm wondering if these are size appropriate. So let me see if I can find a large creature or size 2 or larger. Okay, so we have demons, so a small demon anyway. Was there a large demon? Yeah, but it doesn't have a token. That's unfortunate. Ogre. Here we go. Ogres are big. So let's see if it's size appropriate. It is! Yay! So it's a size appropriate ogre. Nice. Let's see what else we have. Minotaur. That should be a big boy. Yep. Awesome. Okay. So you can see that it's fairly very easy. Oh, and if you need their character sheet, well, first of all, getting the character sheet is just a matter of double clicking on the token, and it brings up the monster character sheet. There's also, if you know Foundry, if you've watched my other Foundry videos, you know that you can have some modules loaded that would provide you a up here in the left-hand corner. If you click on the token, it will give you some buttons to use, so that you don't have to actually have the character sheet open. You can run the monster essentially with the macro buttons that pop up here. Okay, so those are the monsters. Now let's take a look at spells. So the spells, again, they're just listed by the spell name. They don't have the tradition. They don't have in the on the folder. Now, if you open up a spell, it would have the tradition on there. I'm assuming, yeah. Transformation. Fling is a air. Flash is a celestial. So it's got all of the relevant data on the actual spell, but just by looking at the spells in this folder, you can't tell what tradition it is or what rank the spell is. But at least you have the spell in here, and all you have to do is drag and drop it onto your character sheet if you are a spellcaster. Now, the orc that I created was not a spellcaster, so I wasn't able to check that. But yeah, this is a huge thing, and like I said, well worth the money just to have this and the monsters built for us. Okay, so that is pretty much it. So hope this helps. This is a good compendium. I think it's worth $25. I don't know if you want to spend that kind of money for something like that, but if you're a regular game master for Shadow the Demon Lord and you use Foundry, I think it's worth the money. So that's just me. Don't take my word for it. You know your wallet, you know your bank account, so you decide for yourself. So anyway, that's it for this video. That's video 119. I will cut it off here, and thank you all again for watching. Like me or like the video if you got something out of it. Subscribe if you want to see more of these, and hit the bell icon if you want to be notified whenever I put one of these things out. So with that, I will let you go. Thanks for watching, and I'm out of here. Hail to the Demon Lord. How do I turn this damn thing off?